It's time to do the top 25 greatest movies of the 1990s, one of the best decades for art cinema ever. Well, okay, there's only been like 12 decades of cinema, but whatever. This is one of the best because I think for popular adult entertainment, there's no medium that can compete with it. Video games haven't quite gotten as good, in my opinion, as they could have. TV is still stuck in sitcom mode. We haven't reached The Sopranos, the golden age of TV yet. And so, for most adults, going to the movies has a lot of value, both in terms of entertainment and intellectual engagement and aesthetic interests. So this is a great day, and a lot of capital was poured into movies at this time, especially given the fall of Berlin Wall into the Cold War, and Hollywood sort of flourishes. America, flourishes, I guess. And then the spread of the internet, which then you can talk about movies online. There's a lot of reasons that movies did quite well in this decade. I'm going to go through this list fast. I'm not going to spend any time or much time talking about these movies at length. You can go look at my lists on Letterboxd, my write-ups on Letterboxd, my Substack you can subscribe to. I probably talked about all these movies there at length with insight and interest at some point in time. Number 25, a lot of Coen Brothers movies in this decade. They're going strong. Number 25 is The Big Lebowski.
Liam and me, we're gonna you up.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And I note my next two movies actually have a commonality with that. They're sort of dark and funny and weird. And the next two movies star Johnny Depp, so I might as well give them at the same time. Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man, fantastic Western, amazing Western, weird Western. Number 23 is my favorite Tim Burton movie, black and white cinematography. Ed Wood, which has a amazing performance by Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi. That movie is worth checking out just for that reason. Number 22, a very acclaimed movie, won an Oscar, Best Picture, a Western. Clint Eastwood going strong in this decade as a director and an actor. Probably his peak decade, well, I don't know, but probably one of his peak decades. Unforgiven, which has a ton of great stars in it and is still wonderful and fascinating to watch. Number 21, I'm going off the rails here. Most people don't like this movie. They don't like talking animal movies and dark kids fare. I do. Gene Siskel, in the year it came out, labeled it the #1 movie of the year. It's George Miller of Mad Max franchise fame. Babe, Pig in the City. Number 20, this is an affecting movie. Fantastic camera work. Great performances in this. Amazing Emma Watson. So this is Breaking the Waves. Number 19, China, going strong in this decade. Director Zhang Yimou, sorry for the mispronunciation. A number of very good films in this decade. This is maybe his best, arguably one of his best. I don't know, top 2 or 3. Raise the Red Lantern. Number 18, maybe a movie you haven't heard of. It's in the Criterion Collection. It's a long, weird movie, Underground. And I pause here to say the premise of this movie is that Serbia, World War II, a number of people go underground and they live there, and even after World War II is over, they think the war is still happening and they're being manipulated by people on the surface. I love that premise. This has some of the weirdest soundtrack stuff ever, with a marching band going along with the characters in the frame. Very weird movie, but we're checking out Underground. Number 17, maybe the best action movie of the decade. Arnold Schwarzenegger going strong here. This is James Cameron. What can you say about James? He probably made Hollywood so much money, it's unbelievable. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I did a video on that, so go check it out. And I did a video, of course I did, on the next movie, which has been at the top of the Internet Movie Database, IMDb, for 18, 20 years, it seems like, maybe forever. It's The Shawshank Redemption, pretty much actually everybody's favorite movie. Number 15, now this movie, I think everyone should watch this, even though it's going to be hard to watch because it's split into 2 halves. It doesn't have the traditional 3-act structure of a Hollywood movie. It's got 2 halves. Like Akiru, but not even close to Akiru. Hong Kong director Wong Kar-wai, I think that's how you say it. This is Chungking Express, which I really like this. I think this is his best movie, in my opinion. Everybody else likes In the Mood for Love. That usually shows up at the top of all these lists, so you should go check that one out, but I like Chungking Express better. Number 14, as a basketball fan, I gotta say this one, but as a documentary, best of the decade, one of the best. Critics at the time promoted it because it didn't have a budget, yet it miraculously followed 2 guys around for years. I don't even know how anybody made this movie. The difficulty level's off the charts. This is Hoop Dreams, a movie that is still relevant about sports in America and the desire to be the best ever, but almost no one succeeds. This is a great movie still. Number 13 is a movie that everyone in the world would put on their list. Martin Scorsese sort of redid mobster movies, and everybody, in the wake of this movie, you get all kinds of movies like it. And a lot of great movies that are like it. And later in the 90s, this is Goodfellas. So now we're in the top half of this list. You got to be wondering, if you're going to put Shawshank and Goodfellas and maybe Terminator down there, what are you putting above them? And I'm going to be weird sometimes, because that's who it's what I am. It's my personal taste or choice. This movie's in the Criterion Collection. It is the best, or one of the best, coming-of-age movies I've ever seen about a boy in London in the 1950s. You may have never heard of it, but it is achingly awesome in every shot. The Long Day Closes. I can't recommend this movie enough to those of you who are at least cinephiles. You gotta check this out. Number 11 is a personal choice, because this movie, this is me being affected by this movie. Now, I love the Coker trilogy by the Iranian director Abbas Kiarostami. I would tell you to watch Where is the Friend's House, which everybody in the world can watch and like. The second movie in the trilogy, which is about the making of the movie Where is the Friend's House, even though it's fictional, is called, actually has two titles, Life and Nothing More. And this movie is about a guy, I think he's a director, who goes and tries to find the kid who played the kid in Where is the Friend's House. And it's a meditative, hypnotic movie that you'll either dismiss after 3 minutes or love like I do. Number 10, one of the best directors ever in my opinion, Krzysztof Kieślowski, mispronunciation, did a trilogy at the end of his life, Red, White, and Blue, about the colors of the French flag. And blue was first, white was second. My favorite is the last one, red. Number 9. Now, he is one of my favorite filmmakers ever. I love his aggression, his energy, his complexity, and he's always wondering. He's never settled on. He's not dogmatic. Although he's ideological, he's not dogmatic. It's kind of a weird mix. Oliver Stone. Most of the movies I love from him. This is my favorite. JFK. I love good conspiracy, even though I probably believe in none of them. And this one is outrageously weird about JFK, and I still love it to death, especially the filmmaking. Number 8's a movie almost nobody knows from Taiwan. It's called The Puppet Master, and all I can tell you is to go read about it and check it out. It's one of those beautiful movies. In terms of the span of time and development of a character I've seen in a long time. All right, number 7 did not win an award. No, it didn't win an award, but it made a person famous, Ewan McGregor. This movie has not one but two absolutely unbelievably memorable scenes. It's hard enough to even get one memorable scene that people are talking about decades later. Two memorable scenes from Trainspotting, which is one of my... here's the wake of Goodfellas, Trainspotting. But to me, this is quite different from Goodfellas in a number of ways, and it's a very moral tale. Go check it out. Number 6, I didn't love this when I saw it in the theater. I thought it was sentimental and moralistic. And then I rewatched it recently, and I was just awed by the filmmaking. I couldn't even believe it, because watching from 1981 to the 1999, as I have just recently in the last 2 to 3 years, there's no movie that looks like this until it comes out, especially certain war scenes and war moments of war. This is Saving Private Ryan by, of course, Steven Spielberg. Now we're in the top movies ever. Maybe we already were. And number 5 is a movie I think is one of the greatest ever. I just saw him in a basketball game wearing orange and blue. I didn't go to the basketball game, I just saw it on TV, and they're still showing him. Because of his output in the 80s and early 90s, he's still memorable, even though he never sort of lived up to that, and that's fine. If you make one great movie in your life, you've done great. This is even better than a great movie. It's the biography of Malcolm X. Number 4. He's already in the list, but I'm going to put him in here again. The Iranian director Kiarostami, 1999's The Wind Will Carry Us. The guy hypnotizes me. But oddly, this is a movie about cell phones and telecommunications, even though it's set in a rural Iranian village. And it is symbolic and fascinating to me. Probably more of a cinephile movie than anything, but I think this movie is fantastic. Criterion just put out a disc. Go check it out. Number 3 is a personal choice. I've always loved this movie. I would say it's formative in my development. I think about it all the time. It's a great, great Bill Murray movie. He starred in it. Groundhog Day. And I did a video on that. I've talked about that movie quite a bit. I just think it's profound in the big questions of life. Actually, the top 6, 7, 8 movies on this list, that's really what they are. Number 2 could be number 1. 1 and 2 could be flippable for me. I'm just in awe of this movie from director Edward Yang, who is very well known for a number of movies. Yi Yi is one that people love, but I like this one the best. I think this is his masterpiece of the ones I've seen, at least. A Brighter Summer Day, which is a movie I recommend not knowing anything about. It's based on a historical thing that happened, a historical event. And if you read summaries about it, you'll see what happened instantly. I experienced this sight unseen, and I think it watched better for me. So, okay, maybe this isn't the greatest movie of the decade if you watch it different. But anyway, it's so well done. Again, it's another boy's life coming of age tale. It is fantastic. Number 1 is my favorite movie ever. No, not really, but if you pin me down and made me say one movie, I'd probably say this, because since it came out, I've always loved it, and it's never not loved it. It's a bit of a psalm from the Bible, a bit of a ecclesiastical wisdom, like the book of Ecclesiastes, put in terms of a war event. This is so bizarre. Historical events, war, novel about them, a movie about the novel, and now you've got a movie about the novel that knows the other movie exists. Did you get all that? It's Terrence Malick's The Thin Red Line. I know a number of people could be turned off by the weird voiceover narrations in this for sure. I'd say this movie, I mean, shot for shot, sound for sound, and then I can still watch it casually, and then I can still watch it critically. I mean, every single time it does stuff to me, and I think it's one of the best movies ever made. Now, Malick, you know, your mileage may vary, but certainly he has his outputs, his terms of cinematography and sound. He's one of the best sound artists ever, in my opinion. I'm talking about music too. I really believe that about him. Sound and cinematography, he's at the top. Of course, he works with great artists too. I'm sorry not to name them all, but this movie sort of captures all that. If you want to see more of him, go to New World, go to Days of Heaven, and The Tree of Life. You should test yourself out with each of those movies, and then you may hate him, but I think thinking about what this movie is, it's an experience. It's meditative and philosophical. Then take it as it is. To me, this is the best movie of the decade, pretty easily. Now, this is my personal list mostly. I did not put anything here that I thought other people liked, but I don't like. I know I'm missing like Pulp Fiction, which is probably in the 25 to 50 range. You know, so put in things that you like, that you think are the best movies of the decade. You can think of that in terms of all-timers or movies that will survive in 200 years. Whatever you want, though. Personal choices that affected your life. I don't care. So what are your best movies, the greatest movies of the 1990s? Give us your list, and let's have a nice set of curated lists in the comments. This channel always is great at that sort of thing. And that's it for the list. I got several other 90s lists. I did the 80s as well. Check out Letterboxd, Substack, subscribe to that. And please subscribe to this channel, become a member for more great content. Thank you. Have a great day.